CODY features integrated support for Microsoft Azure, one of the world's most popular cloud services platforms. For select Tibbo devices, CODY can create entire solutions that seamlessly connect to Azure and transmit data securely. In this tutorial, we demonstrate how to configure a WM2000 EV to poll its light sensor and send the data to the cloud in just minutes. You'll need an Azure account with an IoT central application set up to work with a WM2000 EV. For a step-by-step guide on that process, see the link in this video's details below. Click on Start Your Project. Name your project. Select your device. For this tutorial, we'll be using the WM2000 EV. Click Create Project. Normally, you would configure your device's hardware on this page. However, as we're only demonstrating connectivity with Azure, just click Features at the top to continue. In the left-hand menu, click on the network interface you'll be using. For wired devices, you'll want to enable DHCP or manually configure the Ethernet interface. If you're using Wi-Fi, you'll need to enter your access point's SSID and password. Under Protocols and Services, click on Azure. Then on the right, select Enabled in the drop-down menu. Select the network interface you'll be using. Enter the device name. Now enter the device ID, scope ID and primary key. The values you input in these fields must match their respective values in Azure. Click the blue Edit button next to Telemetry name. Give this Telemetry object a descriptive name and then change its ID to Light. Click Close. Click on AppBlocks at the top. You'll see there's already an Azure block and it's set to connect once the system finishes booting up. Under Utilities in the left-hand menu, click and drag the timer block onto the canvas. Click on the block to configure its settings, change the interval to 10 seconds and then click Close. Under Other in the left-hand menu, click and drag the WM2000 light sensor block onto the canvas. On the left under Cloud, click and drag the Azure Telemetry light block onto the canvas. Click the yellow circle next to tick in the timer block and drag to the blue circle next to read in the WM2000 light sensor block. Now click the yellow circle next to data available in the WM2000 light sensor block and drag to the blue circle next to send in the Azure Telemetry light block. That's it. Click on Project in the top right corner and then click Download Code. Now open up the project in Tide. Click on the Select Manage Target button in the toolbar and select your device. Now click on the Run button or press F5. The application will be loaded onto your device, which will then reboot. After the device resyncs with Tide, it'll connect to your network and establish a link with Azure. It'll then poll its integrated light sensor every 10 seconds and transmit the data to the cloud. You can verify that the data has been received by opening your Azure portal, navigating to your device, and clicking the Raw Data tab. Connecting your Tibbo devices to Azure opens up nearly boundless possibilities by freeing them from the constraints of local networks. CODY's AppBlocks feature makes configuring communication with Azure as simple as dragging and dropping a few blocks and lines. Combined with other AppBlocks functionality, this allows you to build entire cloud-ready solutions with little to no coding.